Do you believe in a woman's right to choose? Is that your position? What about when it comes to sex-selective abortions?
That's all I want.
23 million girls,
A woman's right to choose, yes.
even sex-selective abortions?
I believe in a woman's right to choose, period.
Including sex-selective abortions.
I believe in a woman's right to choose.
So I would assume that includes...
Right to choose. I believe in a woman's right to choose.
David Menzies for the Rebel Media. Well, I'm down at Yonge Dundas Square, just across the street from the Cineplex movie theater, and there's a bit of a crowd gathering. Hey, how you doing there?
Hi. I'm just wondering where your uterus is and how you have something to judge on us women.
Oh, did I make a judgment on you, ma'am? Are you part of the protest for the movie Unplanned?
Because, some people we don't have money like you, and we don't have enough resources for us to continue on to support a life that we don't have. Or some people, maybe their husband left them, and it's a reminder of something, and we don't want to live with that.
Well, can you tell me what brings you down here to protest the movie?
I'm not. I actually was just passing by. I'm going home from work.
Oh, okay, so you're not part of that group.
Honestly, I went to them and I was like, so where's your pictures of this abortion? Because I thought it was like anti-abortion like you are, I thought it was like that, but they're like, oh no, we're fighting it. And I'm like, thank God, like I need that. There's a lot of women like me who need abortions in their life.
So, and I guess your belief is it's a woman's right to choose
Yeah,
then?
it is. It's our body. You don't have a uterus,
Okay. Well, I certainly don't.
You don't bleed once a month. You know, it's not a thing for you. So
Thank goodness for small mercies.
You didn't watch the movie, so.
Well, I am. I'd like to see what all the fuss is about. But tell me, how do you feel about the idea of sex-selective abortions? There's been about 23 million young girls that were never born in this world since the 1970s alone because they were girls. That's fine?
That's fine.
So you have no problem with those?
There's a lot of people on Earth. Everyone's going through different shit.
Agreed, but you have no problem with the idea of aborting a baby because she's female. No, in this case, it's only because it's a girl, not a boy.
Is that what China does?
It's predominantly in China and India.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's some people's culture. I'm not going to speak for somebody's culture.
Hi, sir. Are you here as a counter-protest or?
I just saw Unplanned. I thought it was a great movie. And I hope it opens people's eyes to the facts of what's taking place inside Planned Parenthood. They're calling the movie propaganda. If they want to back that up, they're going to have to disprove the movie factually and show that what the movie depicts doesn't in fact take place inside Planned Parenthood. So I think it's going to come down to a facts-based argument, not, shouting and holding up signs at Yonge and Dundas and telling people they shouldn't have the right to pay $14 to go see the movie. They don't want to hear any information that is contrary to the opinion that they have. They consider that to be off limits.
Hey, folks, what brings you out to this protest? Abortion access saves lives. Okay.
So why we're here today is because we want to call attention to the fact that Unplanned is a movie full of propaganda and lies about abortion, when in reality, abortion is one of the safest medical procedures out there. There have been a lot of draconian laws put in place surrounding abortion, and in Canada, there's an increasingly growing anti-abortion movement, actually increasingly growing across the country. So we also want to bring attention to that as well.
Is that really a concern, given that Canada doesn't even have an abortion law, ma'am? So, ma'am, what does this sign mean, unplanned lies?
Speaking to you.
Okay, fair enough. I respect that. My body, my choice. What does that mean?
No.
Is that about a woman's right to choose? Tell me, what's your position on sex-selective abortions? Since the 1970s, about 23 million baby girls were never born because they were girls. What do you have to say about that? Can't you articulate any of the reasons why you're protesting this film or your position on abortion? Well, folks, this is typically what we get when we talk to the pro-abortion movement. They either stay silent, or they put signs in our camera, or they make white noise. They just can't articulate their position, and makes you wonder why they're out on a public street in the first place. What do you make of these people then that are protesting the airing of a movie? I mean,
in the end, we should have always different opinions. Just like we have different colors in the city, we got different people different in the city. We have an ability, the greatest thing, we should understand one another. Open to receive everything. You know, open to receive that different thoughts, different beings of whatever. And you can't be choosing one way or the other. That may be for you, but doesn't mean that everybody has to have the same opinion as you. And it's all about difference of opinions, and you just said it. And we should be all accepting of it, smile, and the question say that no matter what, I still love you.
Boycott Cineplex. Why would you like to boycott Cineplex, ma'am?
No comment, thank you.
No? How about yourself, man? Can I just make an observation? It seems very odd that you're here in a public protest on the street, holding up signs, but you don't want to talk about it? You can't articulate your position?
We don't want to.
Do you believe in...
Speak on camera, please.
Do you believe in a woman's right to choose? Is that your position? What about when it comes to sex-selective abortions?
That's all I want.
23 million girls...
Women's right to choose, yes.
Even sex-selective abortions?
I believe in a woman's right to choose, period.
Including sex-selective abortions?
I believe in a woman's right to choose.
So I would assume that includes...
Right to choose. I believe in a woman's right to choose.
And how about yourself, ma'am?
I believe in a woman's right to choose.
Including a sex-selective abortion if the baby is a girl?
I believe in a woman's right to choose.
So you have no problem that 23 million girls since the 70s have been aborted simply because of their sex?
I believe in a woman's right to choose.
Okay, I guess that's a yes. Ma'am, would you like to come on camera and articulate?
Not a ma'am.
Oh, you're not. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I misgender you or? Cineplex has chosen the side of the oppressor. Who's the oppressor?
I'm against what's going on, you know, and unfortunately we though they say that this is a country of freedom and rights to speak, it doesn't feel like that. There's always a backlash.
Well, there you have it, folks. Not much of a protest in terms of numbers and not much of a protest in terms of articulating their points of why they are against Unplanned and why they want to boycott the Cineplex theater chain. But you know, it's kind of ironic. The abortion debate always boils down to a woman's right to choose. They don't seem to have a problem with a woman's right to choose when it comes to terminating a pregnancy, but they do have a problem with a woman choosing to go see a movie with a pro-life message and talk about the law of unintended consequences. If there weren't all these protests, Unplanned would have come and gone probably unnoticed, but now tickets are being sold. So as they say in Hollywood, there's no such thing as bad publicity. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, did you like this video? Then please like and subscribe and never miss another Rebel video.